không bùng cháy lên. Cùng giơ tay xóa 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 đều, đừng nên cho tay lên mắt mũi miệng, và hạn chế đi ra nơi đông người để lùi virus corona. Corona luôn nâng cao sức khỏe và vệ sinh không gian xung quanh mình, cùng nâng cao ý thức của xã hội để lùi virus corona. Corona.
National Information Center Statement. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the United States government. This broadcast is pertaining to an ongoing situation with the breaking of a newly identified bacterial infection dubbed as the CYRUS infection. The bacterial infection has spread across the United States, and community spread is starting to become very common. Symptoms of this newly identified infection include basic flu-like symptoms, migraines, unconsciousness, lucid state of behavior, catatonic states, and delusional aggressive behavior. Some disturbing reports have made it out stating that mass rioting and mass disobedience have been reported amongst the public, as well as reports of cannibalism and unprovoked attacks against the public. Local police has failed to enforce quarantine due to mass panic and hysteria. At this time, this disease is claiming thousands of lives daily, and the mass disobedience amongst the public has left our government with no choice but to enforce quarantine to satisfactory standards, and by very forceful methods. As of 8 a.m. this morning, the President of the United States has instituted a state of martial law throughout the entire country. The United States National Guard has been dispatched, and will be participating in a joint operation with local authorities to restore control to troubled areas. The basis of this order is as follows. A nationwide curfew starting at 7 p.m. tonight will be enacted, and nobody is to be out on the streets between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. You are ordered to stay at your current location. Failure to do this may result in you becoming infected, or being taken into custody by National Guard members, and dealt with in a satisfactory manner, including detention without counsel, mandatory quarantine and isolation, and in worst-case scenarios, termination by means of firing squad. All reserve military and National Guard personnel are required to report for immediate deployment, and are hereby directed to their respective armories for deployment in their respective regions. All emergency management efforts are to be federalized effective immediately. All communication facilities are to be under federal control, as to better assist with rescue and retrieval operations. In order to halt this bacterial infection, the nation's borders to Canada and Mexico are to be sealed effective immediately. You are mandated to no longer be sheltering in private residences, no matter how safe it may be. Instead, go to safe zones designated within your local city. Retain any records of private property, but do not transport or try to defend said property. Rest assured, looters and rioters will be prosecuted with deadly force, as will any offenses such as vigilantism or secessionist political activity. You are to adhere to the martial law product for your safety during this emergency. If you fail to adhere to these regulative measures, you will be arrested without legal counsel and may be executed to prevent further spread. Please understand that this measure has been taken, as the present situation at hand has gotten out of our control, and there is no other alternative, as the public has failed to adhere to basic quarantine and social distancing standards. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency. Regular programming may resume, but may be abruptly interrupted to provide updates as soon as they become available. Repeating, a bacterial infection, known as the CYRUS infection, has spread out of control, and drastic measures, including martial law and mandatory quarantine, have been enacted for the safety of society. This is the emergency alert system, serving the Dallas area. Normal programming will now resume at this time.